Welcome back. Tumerudi now. Very beautiful, sit down. Mpaka Jewish leo. By the way, ndio boss, huyu ndio mdosi huyu. Huyu ndio mwenye kipidi, by the way. Wendy.
And you know, when Daktari, you're talking, I keep reflecting about so many things that we have encountered in these chamas. And some of the things are things that you strongly believe in, you know, discipline and determination. You must be disciplined.
Niko kwa chama na mimi ni DM, Discipline Master. Kazi yangu kama DM, wakati tuko kwenye chama, wale wote wanapiga kelele, tunawapiga faini. Wale wanarara kwenye chama, tunawaamusha kwa faini.
And most of these chamas that we visited had bookkeeping, record keeping, you know, a lot of discipline. If you could just touch on the financial area and how disciplined you need to be for you to make wealth and go anywhere financially.
You know, there is one statement that I always make, and now than ever before, I feel convinced that it is the right thing. Because without having an understanding of your finances, then it becomes very difficult to take a successful journey. I'm glad that I'm an accountant, or rather my background is accounting. And because of that, I have a significant advantage even when I manage and oversee my Samchi group of company. And therefore, there's one thing I always recommend. Whether you are a doctor, whether you are in agriculture, whether you are an engineer, my recommendation is each one of us must have a simple and basic understanding of accounting, because you cannot be in the money business wanting to pursue wealth and richness, and I use that word casually, and you don't have a simple understanding of money. And so, money is very tempting. There is people who have money today and tomorrow they don't have it. And the reason is they do not have a discipline that allows them to sacrifice the gratification of today so that you can gain tomorrow. And a successful journey must be based on such values. Do you want to sacrifice today so that you can celebrate and enjoy yourself tomorrow? And that is the story that kept coming out in each of the chamas that we visited, that they started today, but because of discipline, they are now where they are. Let me tell you another thing. And another advantage of working with the chamas is because when you are alone, it's very tempting to get out of the light path. But when you are all together, you help each other to walk a journey, to sacrifice, you share. And not only do you share from a financial perspective, you also share from a social perspective. You get what I mean? Do you remember those men who are talking about the dowry?
Wale wa THIKA. Wale wa THIKA, what happens? Unajua kurashia ni pesa mingi.
Siku hizi?
Siku hizi ni mingi, utaitisha mpaka couple box kazima.
During our time,
ilikuwa tu kukumbili
kukibia tu.
Sisi siku hizi wametukalia. Wanatuonga pesa. So what those guys used to do, mtu akiwa na rashio, wanatoa pesa kwa chama, wanamsaidia kumpeleka and kulipa. Kwa siku hizi ni couple box kazima.
With 87 members, tuseme kama rafiki yangu hapa ako na dowry, amepata wahi, yeye ni kurashia, amepata kurashia, sisi tunamshikilia.
Siku hizi hata unaweza rashia na milioni. Unaweza rashia na milioni. Tumekaliwa huku nje. Now, madam, what can you tell people about investing? Ukipata ile kidogo uko nao, how can you invest and still you keep on living the way ulikuwa unaishi?
I think that is very, very, very important. And I am aware that a lot of us are living a life that is beyond our means, because there is a lot of social pressure that is going around, not only for the young people. I've also come to realize even people who are slightly older are also crucifying their destiny, their purpose at the table of the peer pressure. And so it is important to understand yourself and set a path for yourself. I always say it is good that you keep your lane. And one of the things that I am recommending this day is that young people must take a journey of self-discovery. When you discover who you are, when you discover what your destiny is, washa hiyo side shows ya kuambiwa enda hivi, remain on what your goals are. And at this juncture, I think I also want to take this opportunity to remind people and young people and women that it is important to remain focused and to be consistent, because one of the reasons why people are not achieving their goals is because today they are in matatu, tomorrow they are in hair salon, and they are all over. With that approach and that mentality, I can tell you that going forward becomes very difficult. So ukipata pesa kidogo, call yourself for a meeting. Plan, say, niko na 50,000. What do I need to do with this 50,000 so that I continuously remain on my lane? And significantly, what you must do is to keep on investing back the profits that you make along the way. Personally, for the first 10 years, I focused and I remained on one business, which was the telecommunication business. People may wonder and ask me, why was it so? It is because I recognized with a capital of only 50,000, there was no way I was going to play aloud with my capital. Therefore, madeni sikuwa nataka hata near me. What is that?
Karibu na wewe. Karibu na wewe. Karibu na wewe.
You know? But I knew that if I lose my 50,000, maisha yangu imeisha.
So that you had a dream.
I had a
na
dream.
ukashikilia na hii 50,000.
Yes.
Mungu mmoja 50,000. But now, I remember Wendy in Kitmikai. Remember those guys who had retired, or retire?
Yeah.
You see that story? Wazee wameretire, but at least hebu tupewe ka story ka watu kuretire.
Mimi nilikuwa mwalimu. Nikafundisha kwa miaka 36. Nikastaafu. Nikirudi nyumbani nikaona kuketi tu peke yangu hivi ni ngumu. Nyumbani mwangu ilikuwa ngumu kwangu. So I decided to call my friends. Come, there is something good here.
The episode we covered of a group of ladies, young, old, and there was a gentleman in the group who have retired, are retirees, but came together in a chama because, you know, watu wengi do not plan for their future. And if we can touch on that, right, how people should prepare for their future. Don't just live for the now. Because tomorrow, Mungu akijalia, utafika pale, right? If you don't plan for tomorrow, you will get there and you will languish.
Sasa ukifutwa kazi maisha yako imeishia.
Exactly. You're left high and dry.
Yeah.
You know, there's one thing, and I'm happy you have given me this opportunity to talk about this. There's one thing I do believe. Even when I read my Bible, I've never seen the word retirement. This is therefore what I say.
Ni ukweli juu hata Abraham tunaambiwa aliishi miaka ngapi? Hakuna retirement. Tuendelee. Hai Abraham, hakuna retirement. Kwa hivyo tunakosea sana.
So, the retirement as it is today is actually a creation of man. It was never created and meant that you work for a few years and then you stop becoming productive to the society. The only thing that does happen is that you re-engineer yourself, or rather that's what I recommend. You re-engineer yourself and you rediscover yourself and you redefine what is your next value to yourself, to your family, and to the society. In my book, Give Me My Mountain, I've spoken about Caleb, and we are told that Caleb asked for his mountain at 85 years. surely many of us are told to go home at 55 and do what with my other 70 years? Thank God there was one man or one woman who was wiser, and he said, this coming together, perhaps we can think of investment. We can think of bringing our resources together. And when they brought their resources together, the story was such a success. What does that tell me? It doesn't matter where your age is. I remember there was another young people, their average age was 20-something. These ones that were dowering and all that. Yes, very young people. Again, they came together. Remember the one of the recreation of a swamp somewhere? Again, young people coming together and defining that their objective is to protect and defend the environment. What am I trying to say? That there are so many objectives there. There are so many ideas there. There are so many agendas that can bring people together. The big question is, are you willing, Weddy, to reach out for Joro? Joro, are you willing to join? And when you come with discipline, eh?
I'm very willing. It wasn't easy.
Are you willing to join that is under my strict discipline? Because you know I'm a disciplinarian.
I know.
You cannot come and start joking in my shamba, you know. Initially, it's never easy, I am sure, you know. But with time, people, even your mind tells you it's 10 minutes to 5. Wake up and go. And so with time, you develop that discipline. But people must always start by creating routines in whatever you want to achieve. What are the routines that govern this process? Because once the process becomes a discipline. And, you know, it calls for energy to be able to do that. It calls for sacrifice to be able to do that. And that's what most people are lacking today.
True. And I guess season 1 has been a great success. It has given so much insight to people, and we are requesting, we are coming back bigger and better, right? Join the chamas, put the rules in place, have your success stories, and we are coming to just showcase that. And this has been a beautiful sit down. We have done a beautiful recap. Dr. Thank you so much for your presence. Thank you so much for your time. That is all that we had this episode. And finally, Dr. Esther Muchemi, who is our CEO and our executive producer in this production. Thank you so much for believing in us, for supporting us, and for working with us. Season 1 has been a great success. And in our recap, we've talked about so many things, a lot of discipline, a lot of things that should be put in place for success to be done. And I want to introduce to you a beautiful product that we have. She is not only a doctor, she is not only a chief executive officer, she's also an author. Very good book, a phenomenal woman. When two people come together, great success should be there. But it's not automatic. There are things that should be put in place. Give Me My Mountain is a book that every person across all borders, all walks of life need to read. So much inspiration, so much wisdom. Tunasema asante sana. Thank you for writing this book for us. Until next time when we meet in season 2, tunasema kwaheri and God bless you.
Yeah.